Am I among the few that actually likes Bird's character in the anime? Like, yeah, sure, he's taking nothing but loss after loss, but he never gives up, and if you pay attention to the anime especially, the guy has made so much improvement from where he started, having to go from big fish in small pond to having your partner bay destroyed, only to then have to learn a whole new style of bay. On top of that, all your opponents are probably just better or having some sort of unfair advantage. And then if you pay attention to Chapter 15 specifically, if Bird did not copy Chrome and X's Extreme Dash, and just did a regular freaking Extreme Dash on Black Shell, he probably would have won that battle. Instead, he went all in and burst finished himself. And unfortunately, burst finishes do take priority over anything, especially the extreme finishes, which is incredibly unfortunate. But enough rambling, let's talk about the blade, and yes, mine is very much used. I've had this bay since its release, and it's probably my favorite bay from X so far. Like, from the simple yet effective detail on the blade to the color choice of the plastic, and just how menacing the motif is, this blade is just incredible looking. It's just, unfortunately, on the very much lighter side of everything, and while it's not a terrible blade or a bad one by any means, it's just outclassed by ones that are meant to do the same thing Hell's Hammer is meant to do in terms of smash attack power. Like, the weight of it's only around 33 grams, which is very usable, but there's better options, but thankfully you can make combos for this, and it can actually be usable or somewhat good. The ratchet on Hell's Hammer is 370, and it's not really worse than 360 necessarily. It does have a lot of utility, like putting it on blades like Phoenix Wing to add that extra millimeter of height, allowing for more contact of the blade to the opponents. Plus, on top of that, the red and orange color combo here just makes it kind of look like candy. Oh, okay, please don't eat your toys. Anyways, the bit that comes packed with this is Hexa, and oh man, I remember when this bit came out and I wasn't really sure of its viability, but the bit is actually a phenomenal defense bit. It's wide enough to give it some pushback against attacks, and it has enough like drop down for the gears to hook onto the extreme line for an X dash, but you really don't have a ton of stamina compared to say like Ball. And really, my preferred bit on this leans more towards Wizard Rod. Even though Rod Ball is the metaphor for Wizard Rod specifically, I just really have my own preferences. Full combo here looks phenomenal though. You can see based off of the shape of everything with the gimmick of Hexa and how it's supposed to play along with the hammer-shaped blades of Hell's Hammer. It's just wildly unfortunate that the parts on this are better used on literally any other bay, but the fact that every part here is usable to some degree really makes this bay worth the buy, in my opinion, especially if you're like me and you're a Hell's Line enjoyer. But with all that out of the way, let's just see how it does in the test battles. So that's going to do it for the video. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below what you thought of the test battles. And with that all out of the way, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, week, month with your life, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!